Okay, it will give you the it will give you the project description as well here, how you're gonna use, how you will install this package. Okay, this is a one example. Also, it will give you. So there's a huge number of packages you would be able to find out from here. And how you're gonna install this package? Just to install these packages in your machine, just you have to copy this command and copy this command and just execute this command on top of your command prompt in your local machine. Okay, that's using this method, you would be able to install this package in your local machine. And on which path these packages or the module will install? Yesterday, I have already told you, just you can simply check out the old path using the sys.path, right? That was a one method you can simply look at into this. Now the point is, either you can also use this module, right? Either you can use any one of them, or you want to search a different type of module. Let's suppose you want to do some basic operation along with the Excel sheet, right? Then you can simply search for the Excel. You can also use the pandas as well. So this is the one thing. Just I'm going to click on this. So it will give you the one project description here. Okay, when you will install this particular project in your machine, how you will be able to access this project. So it will give you the one very basic example, right? According to this particular description, just you have to open the Excel sheet. Okay, using this method, when you have successfully opened any Excel sheet, just you can simply read all the lines of this particular project. Okay, so this is a one example. You can simply look it into this. Now there's a huge number of projects you can install, guys. So let me take a two example here. So first of all, I'm going to show the one example from the text to speech and the Excel sheet. I will take a three example, right? That will be a nice idea. So first of all, if you want to check it out, the example of the Excel, right? Either you can also use a pandas, because to do a single task, there's a multiple alternative of the packages. Okay, it's your choice which package you want to use. If you want to read an Excel sheet, you can also use a pandas, right? So it's your choice which sheet, which package you want to use to do these particular tasks. Okay, so if I'm going to use this particular package to read my Excel sheets, that you can simply use this package. And how you going to install this package in your machine? Just you have to execute this command. And the command name is pip. Okay, this is a one pip command is used to install the package in your local machine, just like in a JavaScript we have used npm, right? So each and every different programming language is a different command tool. So in case of Python, there's one command pip used to install the package. If you are using a Anaconda, either you can also use a Conda command to install the package in your machine as well, right? So in my case, I'm gonna use a pip. And now it's depend. Okay, so first of all, when you want to install any package in your machine, so first of all you have to verify. Okay, pip, you can simply say the pip command should be installed in your local machine. And to verify this, just you can simply execute the one command on top of terminal. What command you have to execute? Just you can also execute this command on top of the command prompt as well, right? So the command you have to execute pip -- version. So this is a one command. It will let you know, okay, which version of pip you have installed and along with version. So now it will give you that was the command is not found in my machine. Okay, so actually I didn't install a pip command in my machine. I have a latest version of pip. The name is pip3. You can simply say. If I'm gonna execute this command, so it will give you the version of this command. Just look at this. Okay, it's take a little bit time to execute the command according to the CPU performance of machine. Okay, and now I have installed a 20.0.2 version. Okay, and now which will belong from Python 3.8. This is the one thing it will give you this type of output when you're going to execute this command. Either you can also execute using the -V, might be it will also work. And now you can also pass the pip3-V. Both of them will give you the same output. This is the one way to verify the package is installed or not, right? And now the one you have already installed the pip in your machine, because pip3 will automatically install along with your Python when you have installed Python in your machine. If you are a Anaconda user, just you can simply use a Conda command instead of pip as well. Okay, it's your choice. Either you can use both of them. Now you want to install a one package in your machine, and the what package I want to install? Pip install the Excel. So if you want to install this package, just copy this command and execute on top of terminal, and this particular package will be installed in your local machine. Just paste here, and now instead of pip, I'm going to use the latest version of. Okay, just I'm going to put the 3 before the command, right? This is what I need to do. So let me put the 3, and now that's all. So now I'm going to execute this command pip3 install the Excel, and now it will install this particular module in your local machine. I'm going to execute this command, but in my case, it will give you the requirement is already satisfied, because I think I have already installed this package, right? So it will give you this type of message. Either let's suppose if you have already installed, if you want to uninstall this package, yep, you can do that. Just you have to use the uninstall here, and now it will uninstall this package from your machine. That's how. This is a one. Vice versa, you can simply do. I have uninstalled this particular package from my machine. Install it again. Just look at this, and now it will install this time. Okay, it will download. After that, it will extract that particular package in your local machine, and now install collect package Excel, and successfully there's a no error inside this thing. Now there's a multiple thing to verify this particular package is installed or not. Now what package you have installed? So I have installed a one Excel, right? So now if you want to access the Excel package in your machine, just you can simply verify using a multiple option. Either you can simply use a PIP3 freeze option. Okay, so either you can simply use a hyphen list, and the list hyphen, there's a multiple option you can simply use. So I'm going to use a freeze. So this is a normal method you can simply use, PIP3 hyphen freeze. So what does it mean? Might be, I think I don't have to use a hyphen, my bad. So don't be used a hyphen here, just you have to use a pip freeze. Okay, so what it will give you, it will give you the list of packages what I have installed in my machine. Look at this. When I have execute this command pip3 freeze, so it will give you the whole list of packages or the library or the framework, whatever I have installed in my machine. So these numbers of just like an Ansible, Tower, CLI. Okay, so all these are the packages, modules, and all these things I have installed in my machine. This is a one framework Django I have installed, version is 3.0.8. Okay, so all these are the packages already installed. So you can simply install. If you want to look at for the Excel what I have recently installed for you, just look at this. So it comes to the E, and now this is a one what I have installed right now, Excel, right? So if you didn't install in your machine, you would not be able to see that particular package in case of this list. So this is a one way to verify. Okay, either you can also use a different method to verify, because whatever you're gonna install, so all the package will be stored where. So just you can simply verify using this method, right? Sys.path. So whatever you're gonna install, all the packages will be compressed, will be uncompressed in these one of them directory. So might be the packages will be uncompressed inside this directory. You can also verify using the methods. Okay, you can, if you want to go for a 3.8 Python distribute packages or the sites packages. Okay, so you can simply go to that directories. You can simply look at there, or you would be able to find those packages there. Okay, if you want to look at here, just these are the multiple Keras library what I have installed, Google, Gmail, Excel. This is the one package, right? What I have told you. If you want to look at that package, just I'm going to show you. Just look at this spelling. So just I have already told you in yesterday's session, guys, how you can create a one package. This is the one directory I have create name Excel. This is the one package, right? Inside this, just it will create a one underscore any.py. Inside this is the one XLRD shortcuts.py. This is the main file where my actual code has been installed. Okay, this is the one normal cache file. When you're gonna import your file, it will convert into the pyc. That's why you would be able to see this file as well, right? So this is the one package you have installed from the internet. Automatically that particular package, first of all, it will download in your local machine. After that, it will uncompress that package in your local machine on a specific path. In my Linux case, so this is the one path. Okay, how you can simply look at all the paths. Just you have to use a sys library for that. From the sys, you can simply import the path. I'm going to show you one more time. You have to execute sys this small command. So you will let you know all the path where you can simply store your all packages. This is one method, right? So that's how you can install the packages, guys, according to your requirement. And now the point, let's comes to the use cases of this package what I have already installed name as Excel. So if you want to use this particular module in your program, just you have to create this type of program. What does it mean? If you want to create this type of program, actually it will trying to telling you from Excel, just you have to import a one open Excel. Okay, it could be class, it could be a function as well. Might be it should be a class, because when you have import a class from another module, okay, where I'm trying to create a one object, just I'm trying to pass a open Excel. Inside this I'm trying to pass a one number of argument. It will return a one object, and that particular object I have stored inside the F. Using the F, just I can simply execute the methods whatever you will already define inside the open Excel. And which method I can simply execute? The read, or might be there's a multiple method you would be able to find out. Okay, so this is the one thing. So let me show the one practical for that, guys. So now if we need to access this particular package name Excel, just you need a one Excel file. So I can simply found a one Excel file. So first of all, I'm going to switch into the workspace where we're going to store our program. So today's session, we were discussing about the module and the packages. I'm going to use the same directory. here I'm going to create a one file. Name could be anything. I want to read a one Excel file. That's why I'm going to put a name read Excel file. That's cool. Let's create a file. Touch. That's nice. Let's open the Visual Studio Code. Either you can also open the Jupyter Notebook. It's your choice. I'm going to open this. Let's take a while. Once the Visual Studio Code will open, so you have to create a one program. Using that particular program, just you have to open a one Excel sheet, because if you're gonna open a one Excel sheet using the basic file handling concept, using the binary mode, so actually you would not be able to understand the actual binary code. That's why just you have to use some sort of third-party libraries. Okay, this is not a very good library to read the Excel sheet, but the Pandas is one of best library to manipulate your Excels and the different type of sheets as well. But right now, just we have to learn about the basic conceptual of the libraries. Now, what I'm gonna do here is just my Visual Studio Code has been open. So let me go to that particular thing. So here I have to create my program. So let me create a one program. The program name could be anything. So I'm gonna put, I think I already created a file, the read Excel. So now what I'm gonna do here, just the same thing. I'm gonna set my interpreter. You don't have to set, it's your choice. Done. Now I have to create my program to read my file. But the one more thing, just to have a file, right? So in your case, I'm gonna first of all from Excel, I'm gonna import a one thing, Open Excel. This is a one class. If you are able to see, just look at this. Okay, and here default mode, it will choose AR there. So this is a one class which is created inside the Excel module, which is imported from this particular file. So I need to import this. And now when you have successfully import this, so what you have to do actually, so let me go back, and now here I'm gonna use this particular class and I have to pass the file path. What file path I'm gonna use here? So let me find out the file, any Excel file. Just give me a moment for that. Okay, so I'm gonna use one of them. So I'm gonna put the financial sample. This is a one file. If you want to look at the file, just I'm gonna show you guys. Just look at this, how this particular file look like. Okay, in a normal LibreOffice or Microsoft Office, you can simply say an Excel, not a Microsoft Office, my bad. So it look like this. Just look at this. So this is a one of them Excel sheet. Okay, and now just we have to read this particular Excel sheet using the Python. Okay, just inside this Excel sheet, I have multiple columns, column A, B, C. Okay, inside this, just I have defined the header, segment, country, product, discount band. Okay, I have multiple rows as well. If you are able to see, let me zoom a little bit. Okay, so these are the multiple rows I have, channel partners and the Canada. Okay, these are multiple things if you are able to see. Now the point is, if you want to read all of them, just you can simply use a Python program instead of the LibreOffice, because I have opened this file inside the LibreOffice. I'm going to close this. Let's close this file. And now let's go back to the point. Now we need to open this file, right? So to open this file, we need to know the path. I'm going to open this path. Just I'm going to put the path here. Which file I need to open? I'm going to put the name as well. So this is the name of the file. I need to open this file. That's what I have done. Now just go back, and now this is the one file what I need to open, and the type of this file should be Excel, right? So when I'm going to open this file, I'm going to store inside the fetch as mentioned in the documentation or the description of the project, right? So just you have to follow the description. So now the point is, when you have successfully do this particular thing, just you have to call a read function from there. Okay, which column you want to read? Let's suppose you want to read a column. That's done. Just you have to mention the a column inside the read function. Execute this file. If you want to execute, let me execute Python 3. Oops. So the close sign, I need to execute the file name read Excel. Just look at this. It will give you the numbers of, just will return all the shell value, okay, inside the list. Okay, whatever you have written there, the first one, segment, government, all of the things. If you want to check out the B column, just execute again. It will give you the B column. Okay, and now the point, if you want a specific shell, okay, for that just you have to use a 17. What shell you want? 17B. Just save this, execute this. It will give you the United States of America. That was a 17B, right? Just to have a look at. So this is a 117th value you have fetched. which is present on top of cell number 17B. So that's how you can simply read one Excel sheet using the Excel. Okay, apart from that, you can also use pandas to create your Excel sheet as well. You can also use pandas to read your Excel sheet as well. Okay, so this is the one example to understand what you can simply do along with the modules. So just you have to import a modules according to your requirement. So I'm going to show two more example related to module. So the first of all, I'm going to show the one example from text to speech, right? If you want to create a one text to speech program, so just you have to create inside a two lines. There's no need to create multiple lines for that. So let me create a one new file. So let's the module, or just I'm gonna put the name speech.py. Okay, the file name could be anything. Mention. What I need to do, just search the library, what module you want. Text to speech, right? Search here, just look at this. There's a multiple. You can use any one of them. Other point, I'm gonna prefer just to have to use always if a project have contains the description, because if project will not contain it, if the project will not contain any description, so you will not be able to understand the actual meaning of this project, right? If you want to just you have to open your old project and just you have to go through all the py file, then you would be able to understand all the details. But instead of you didn't get any description, so there's no need to install this. So I'm gonna use another project. So inside this, you are able to see that text to speech project description as well. Okay, inside the description, it will try to telling you this is the one example to use this. So the first of all, you have to install this in your machine. So I'm gonna install. Might be I have already installed in my machine. Just I'm gonna execute the command. So let's execute the command pip-3. Okay. Hello. Hello. Am I audible now? Okay. So I didn't mute myself. What happened? So actually, okay. So good enough. So what? How much time I have on mute? 6:26. Okay, 15 seconds. That's cool. Not a big deal. So actually, I was talking about just you have to install the package. Okay, just you have to install this particular package in your machine. Name is text to speech, right? And now I have already installed in my machine. Just I have used this particular command to install in my machine. Once I have installed this package, just I'm trying to show key you have to verify the package is already installed or not. So just I have verify using this command pip3-freeze, right? So using this command, so it will let you know the package is installed or not. Just look at this. I have successfully installed this package in my machine. So I'm gonna show. This is the one package what I have installed, and the package name is text to speech, and just you can simply check it out here. And where is the package? So yeah, so this is the one package what I have installed. Now the next thing, guys, what we have to do. So when I have successfully installed this package, just we have to use some sort of example to understand this. So what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna use a one same example, just what I have used here. Just we have to import this particular thing. Okay, so I'm gonna import. After that, just you have to use the second command. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. Just paste. Okay, what do you want to say? Hello, all from Skill Center. This is the one thing I want to know. Let me add my volume as well along with the chat. Okay, might be you would be able to see. Okay, so when I'm going to execute my program, guys, just give me one confirmation. Might be you will also get the volume. So I'm going to execute my program python3 speech.py. Okay, so now it will let you know hello all
Hello all from Skill Center.
Okay, so hopefully you will also get the volume. Okay, because just I have mentioned include the computer volume as well. So that's how you can simply execute this program, and it will let you know hello world from the skills handler. This is a very basic program I have created using the text to speech, right? Either you can also create a program speech to text as well. Okay, just you have to use a libraries for that. Just you have to install the PyTTX3 engine in your machine. Just you have to create a basics program for that. So this is a one way to create a text to speech program. Just I have install the library or the module. You can simply say when you have successfully installed the module, just you have to copy this one. Just you can execute what you want. Okay, you can also add multiple lines. Just you can, if you want to say something else, hey, I am AG Grant. So this is what I want to execute. Just execute this again.
Hello all from Skill Santa.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Eddie Grant.
So that's how it's, you have execute, guys. You can also maintain all the things. Okay. You can also maintain the bandwidth. You can also maintain the frequency and the hazard. There's a multiple thing you can simply maintain when you're trying to use this type of modules in your machine. Okay. So that's how it's work, guys. And now this is, you can either you can also change the language. Yeah, you can also change the language. If you want to change the HR, you can simply change to the Hindi. If you don't know about anything, just what you need to do, just actually you have to open the documentation of this library, okay, to better understanding. So I'm gonna import text to speech. Just look at this. Okay, when you have import this, just you have to put all these things inside the help page. That's how it works. Okay, so this is a one file, guys. Just either you can also follow this path to open this file. When you're gonna open this file, so this particular file look like this. So instead of just, you know very well why what I have to return inside the init, so I'm gonna put text to speech. Inside the text to speech, there's a multiple libraries there, right? Just look at this. Okay, inside the text to speech, there's a one actual main file where you have store your program, and inside this, just look at this, there's a multiple functions you have defined there, what you are trying to import from here. Now it will let you know all these things. That's how it works. This is the actual all program what I have created using these methods. You can also change some more parameters. Okay, so this is the one example to understand this. So let me close this file. Let's go back to the point. So that's how, guys, it works. And now let me close this one. Either you can also create some sort of programs from speech to text. If you want to create a program from speech to text, just we have to search here speech to text this time. Okay, when you're going to search this type of program, so it will let you know speech to text. Okay, either it will know documentation. Actually, instead of this, you can also use this one. Might be this is a one better way. This is a one very good engine to use to speech, PyTTX3 3.9.0. So if you want to go for a text to speech or speech to text, this is the one engine you can simply use, PyTTX3. It will also support for the Windows client and the Linux client as well. Using this method, you can also use all these things. Okay, you can also change the rate of your volume. You can also increase. So there's a multiple language. There's a multiple method you can simply do using these methods. Okay, you can also use a speech recognition library. You have to install all these things in your machine. Okay, let me search. So you will able to get the speech recognition. My spelling is right, wrong. Oops. Open the another one more time. Just a moment. So just look at this. If you want to use a speech recognition, just you can use any one of them. Actually, in my case, I have already installed those libraries in my machine. If you want to look at this, just I'm going to show you. If hyphen freeze, the same thing, and you would be able to get this one library what I have installed in my machine, name is speech recognition. Okay, you can use this library for speech recognition if you want to convert audio to text. So this is the one library. Okay, it will use the Google API engine behind the scene to convert your speech into the text. Okay, if you want to check out some basics program to understand this, so might be this is one of my two candidate. You can simply say what create this particular program. So this is one very basic program what they create. If I'm gonna show, so there's a one very basic program. Inside this program, if I'm gonna show, just look at this. This is the one basic. It will take a command from you. Okay, and now using these methods, just I'm trying to import these library. Okay, this is a library what I'm trying to use here to take an input into the speech. Okay, you can also print the date and time. You can simply search on top of the Wikipedia. This is the one library you can also use. So there's a huge number of modules in this library you can simply download from the internet and into your local machine. After that, you can simply use any one of them. So that's how you can create this type of basics program. So I'm gonna give you the one practical. Okay, I'm gonna give you the one question inside the assignment as well. Okay, regards all these things. So let's go back to the point. And now let me open. Okay, so there's a multiple questions, guys. You have asked how to open a Excel from terminal. Okay, that if you want to open Excel from terminal, then you have to install a specific command for that. Yeah, you can. It will also support the Gujarati and Hindi, Tamil also. Okay, but for that, just you have to use a PyTTX3 engine. Okay, the male and the female voice depend on which library what you are using for the speech. Is Panda a library? What is Django? Yeah, Pandas is a very huge library you can simply use. Okay, and now and the Django is a one framework for the web development you can simply use, and you can simply install all these things using the pip command. Okay, because in my case I have already installed the Pandas and all these things. Just look at this, and I have already installed. And it's one. There's a one more point, guys. You have to understand. Let's suppose sometime if you have a multiple requirement, if you wants to go along with the one project, and there you'll be able to find multiple requirement, and you have to install all the requirement at once. So you don't have to execute this type of command. Okay, what you need to do, just you have to create a one file. Okay, where I'm gonna write multiple. Just look at this. This is the one file. Inside the file, if I'm gonna put the pandas, Django. Okay, below. So this is a huge number of library you can write. Okay, actually most of them I have already installed in my machine. You can install the NumPy. So there's a multiple libraries what I have written I want to install. If you want to install them on a specific version, then you have to mention along with the version any library. If you want to install a Django older version 2.0, just you have to mention using this method, double equal. Okay, that's a method. You will be able to install the 2.0 using this method. Now the point is, if you want to install all the packages what you have mentioned inside any text file, then you have to use -f option. Okay, along with the -f, just you have to give that file name. Which file name you have to give? In which you have stored your requirements. So this is the one command you have to use to install all the packages at once what you have stored inside a text file. And now it will install the packages what you have inserted there. Oops, my bad. I think the -r or -f. Let me check it out. Actually, I'm also forgot the options. So the option was -r, guys. My bad. That was not a -f. So just you can simply use a -r to install a multiple package at once. So actually, in my case, I have already installed all the packages. It will give you this particular warning to you. So that's how it works. So the Django is covered. Actually, we will not cover the Django in this session, guys. Yeah, we will use these things inside the backend. Okay, so sir, please explain the using of the pip install. Actually, not to worry. If you want to check it out, I'm going to show the Jupyter notebook as well, guys. So don't be confused in all of them. If you will talk about you want to install some sort of libraries, just you have to use. So let me open a Jupyter notebook. So if you want to install some packages using the Jupyter notebook, if you don't install any Visual Studio Code, if you are working on top of Jupyter notebook, just you have to open the Jupyter notebook. It's take a while. Once the Jupyter notebook will open, so you can also install the packages inside this. For that, just I'm going to open a new notebook here. Okay, inside the notebook, just you have to execute the same type of command. Okay, just which command you have to execute? Pip3 install. What library you want to install? So I want to install a library named Gmail. Okay, so if you want to send an email to the user, so I'm going to use this particular library. And now the point is, let's suppose if you want to execute this command, so this is a command, right? Just you have to put the exclamation before the command. This is a one method to execute the command into the Jupyter shells. Just execute this and it will install library. It will install this particular package in your local machine. It's take a time. Just it's executing. Just you have to wait for a couple of seconds. Okay, this is the one special symbol. Actually, this is a shell, right? You know very well. This is a one Jupyter notebook shell, because if you want to execute a command inside the Jupyter shell, then you have to use a exclamation mark. Otherwise, this particular thing it will consider as a Python statement. This is not actual Python statement, right? If you want to use the pip-3 install any one of them, pandas, so what it will do, it will give you the invalid syntax. So this is not a Python statement. This is a one of them command to install the libraries and the modules from the internet. That's why I have mentioned the exclamation mark before that. Okay. Or either you can also use a conda if you have installed a conda in your machine. That's the same command you have to use, conda install pandas or whatever you want. So, but in my case, the conda is not installed in my machine. So, but if you have installed as anaconda, then you can simply use this particular command to install the libraries. So this is a one example to understand, guys. Okay, and now it will install from the py.org into your local machine. You can simply access all of them. So that's how it works. Okay, now let's move forward. Now I'm gonna take one more example. Okay, which example I'm gonna took? So I'm gonna send an email by the Python. Okay, I'm gonna send one multiple email to the users by the Python program. Okay, and to send an email using the Python program, just you have to install this particular library, name as Gmail, and I have installed. If you want to verify, I'm gonna show, and how you can verify, you know very well. pip3 freeze execute. It will let you know just how many packages you have installed. Just look at this, so you would be able to get the Gmail as well, right? I'm gonna look at. So this is a one library, guys, would have installed, name as Gmail, version is 0.6.3. Now the point is where I will get the idea for this module. So just you can search Gmail, okay, and you will get multiple packages here. You can use any one of them. If I'm gonna use this one, so it will not give any project description. Okay, you would not be able to understand which function you have to import from there. So I'm going to use second one. So it will let you know. So this is a one project description you will find out here. So if you want to use a Gmail, so just you have to use these method to use it. So first of all, just you have to import these particular thing. Okay, why you are trying to install? So because I'm trying to call all these functions here. So how this is a way you're gonna send a message to the users using the Python. So the very straightforward method, just copy this and I have installed in my machine. I'm gonna use a Jupyter notebook for that, guys. Either you can also use a different thing, it's your choice. So the next thing what I'm gonna do here, so I have successfully installed. Okay, so I'm gonna import the Gmail in my machine. So if you want to import a Gmail, just you can simply use this method. Okay, this is a one. Then no issue. Either if you don't want to import the Gmail, only you want to import a specific function from there, so you can use this method, Gmail from. What do you want to import? So this is a two method what I'm going to use here, and the message. So just mention inside the, oops, my bad, from Gmail. Oh, this should be imported. Done. So from Gmail, I have to import the Gmail and the masses. That's what I mentioned inside the documentation. Just look at this. The Gmail and the masses. Okay, these are the two methods what I'm going to use here. Let's move ahead. The next, what I need to do, let's suppose if I want to send a mail to the multiple users. Okay, what's the requirement you have to for that? So there's a multiple requirement. So the first thing, you need a authentication mail, right? So if you need a one authentication mail to send a email to the user, so just you have to understand one very basic thing. Just you have to create a one account, okay, on top of Gmail, and you have to add that account in less secure apps. If you will not add your app inside the less secure apps, okay, the Gmail will not give you the authentications to send an email using the Python. You have to open the less secure app option in your Gmail, okay, and for that you can simply use that one extra email. Okay, I will not recommend to use your official email for that. You can simply create one extra email to send a program via the Python. Now the next thing what I'm going to mention here, so if you want to send an email, so I'm going to use this method. Okay, inside this just you have to mention the multiple things. What do you have to mention? The actually the username and the email and the password, right? So I'm going to put the email and the password. So I'm going to use my email name is edgrandpython@gmail.com. So using this mail, I'm going to send a mail to the specific users. Just you can drop your emails, few of them, into the chat box. I'm going to send an email to all of you guys. So that now I'm going to send an email, test email using this particular email, what I have already created. And after that, just you have to add the password. And now I don't want to write down my password into the blank text, right? So for that, what I need to do, actually there's a one more inbuilt module you can simply use, and the module name is getPass. So I'm gonna use getPass, import getPass. So what's the benefit of using the getPass? When if you want to take a secret input from a user, so you can simply use a getPass there. So what I'm gonna mention here, so I'm gonna mention the getPass, and inside the getPass I'm gonna put enter password. Okay, now it will take a password from you, and when you will give a password to the user, so it will reflect that particular password inside the Gmail as a second argument of this function. It will let you know. So I'm gonna store all these things inside the one object name as a email. Done. The second, it will try to want a password from you. Okay, if I'm gonna close this one right now, I don't want to execute this particular shell. So let me clear the output first of all. Let's execute one more time, not to worry about these things. So let's execute this. And now I need to use a second class what I have import from the Gmail module. The class name I'm trying to use a message. Inside the message, just you have to pass a specific number of argument. What number of argument you have to pass? Just you have to understand from the project description. This is a subject you have to pass. After that, you have to pass a sender, okay, from where you want to send an email. After that, you have to pass the actual body what you want to send. So let me put, just give one example. So let's go back to the point, and here I'm going to put the test email, okay, by Python. That's what I have done. Now you have to mention the two. Inside the two, I'm going to mention a one specific email right now. After that, we can also use a, you can also use the loop as well. Okay, if you want to send a email to the multiple user, I'm going to use a loop as well. So, but I'm going to use a one email. Okay, what I have get at a first of all. So I want to send an email on top of this mail. The second thing, if you want to send a one text, what text you want to send? Hi all from Sachin. This is a one text I want to send to the users. Now done. And it will return one thing to you, so you can simply store inside the MSG. And now just you have to call a one inbuilt method from the email. I'm gonna call a send method. Inside the method, just I'm gonna put the message what I want to send. And now just I'm gonna execute this, guys. It will give you the error. Why? My bad. Spelling. Oh, that's cool. Execute again. Now you have to enter the password. This is why I have used a get pass, because it will not, you will not be able to see what I'm typing here. Okay, now I have entered the password. It's executing. Oops, my bad. The Python username and password. Just give me a moment, guys. I have to check the password. Might be I'm forget my password. Just give me a moment for that. I'm gonna check the password. After that, I'm gonna execute my program again. I was not able to find my password. Let me do the one more attempt. Might be I was able to just. Actually, I have a very bad habit to when I was trying to type the password. Might be sometime I will speak. So let's use a one more attempt. Oh, okay. Still, I'm forget the password. This is a very bad method. Actually, just give me one more moment. Actually, we have to send a one email at least, right? So just I need a one more moment for that. Let's execute one more time. Then type the password and execute. Oh, it will still not able to match the password. I think I have changed the password, guys. And now there's a 10 more minutes. You can simply drop your message. Now I'm gonna reset my password. Actually, this is very important to send an email, right? So just give me a moment. I'm gonna reset my password. Just take a moment only. So let me reset. Until you can simply drop your carries. Okay, I will check out your. Actually, I don't save the password. That's why. Just give me a moment. I'm gonna reset the password. Okay. You can also send the email. Yeah, I got your questions. You can also send an email to the multiple user at a one time. But for that, only you need to use a loop there, right? You know very well about the loop concept. So there, just you can simply use a loop to send a all these things. I'm gonna close this one. Okay, so now I'm trying to reset my password. Open the incognito. Oh, the Google has blocked my sign in activity. That's cool. Yes, it was me. Okay, so let me execute one more time, guys. Let's try and enter, and now might be you'll get an email this time because I have still not able to get the same error. Username and the password not accepted using the band gateway. Okay, actually the email it's blocked again and again to me. Actually, I have already given the one example at the starting of the session when I was giving the demo of the Python session, right? So let me find out what you are trying to say. Okay, yep, I can also use another email, but yeah, I'm gonna take a time for that. Just give me one more moment for that. So let me log in with the another email. I'm gonna do. So let me try to use another email, guys. And now the one more point. Okay, just I have used the one another email I have just recently created. So when you are trying to use, might be I'm on mute, right? So the point is what I'm trying to telling you. You want to use an email address to send an email to the users. For that, just you have to open a less secure apps. This is very important. Okay, still if you're gonna write a username, the password is correct, but still you would not be able to send an email using the Gmail. So this is a one method, less secure app access, just to have to enable this access for your email address. That's why which email address you're gonna use to send an email via the Python. Just you have to use a one alternate email. I would not like to recommend to use one of your official email there. Okay, the update, it should be updated. Let me check it out. Oops. Now let me check one more time. Why I'm not able to on this particular option. Yeah, this option has been on right now. So just I have allowed the email here. So what I need to do, so let me try to send one email using the another email. The email what I have used, so the email address, let me put gmail.com. So when I'm gonna enter the password, so might be it's correct. It should be give the access. And now done, guys. You hopefully you will get an email, guys. And now if I want to send a one email on top of my official account, just I'm gonna show Grand 000, right? So what message I want to send, just I'm gonna show. So this is the same program what I'm using here, and now using this method you will get an email, right? So I'm gonna show one my account to you. So where I'll get the email from this. Okay, now the program has been executed successfully. Either I can also send an email to all of you using the same method. Just for that, just I need to execute a one loop. Okay, just I have to open your moment there. I'm gonna show. Just take a while. It's loading my Gmail address right now. Once it will load, so I'm gonna show. Still loading. Okay. Okay, and now just this is a one email what I will get, guys. Okay, so this is a one email. What email I have get? Test email by Python, right? And from which email I have sent this email? Using the aryankhan@gmail.com. And what subject I have used, and this is a one text what I have written inside the email. And I have sent this email on top of my official email name. This is a Grant 000. So this is the one thing you have to understand. Using this particular program, just you can simply send an email to a multiple user as well. But for that, just you need to create a one loop. Okay, if you want to send a multiple email to the multiple user, just you have to create a loop for that. Okay, now this is the one method. So if you want to send a email to the multiple user, just you can simply write the email inside a one list. Okay, or either you can simply create a one loop here. To create a loop, just this is a one very basic method, right? Just you have to type your loop here for I in. Okay, and just you have to type a list where you're gonna store your email address. If you want to store your email address, so you can simply store your email here. In this list, I'm gonna use this method and just execute this thing. And now that's how it works. Instead of this email, just I'm gonna put a one list here. From the list, either just I can simply put the I. This is the one thing you can simply do. Either you can also create a list here, or either you can simply put the list. It will automatically send an email to the whole list as well. So there's a multiple method what you can simply do here. So that's how you can simply send an email to the multiple users. And just here you have to put your email addresses. Okay, if you want to get an email, so I'm gonna put your email address here. Let's take a while. This is the one last program what I have created into this session. So that's how you can simply send an email to the multiple user at once using this method. If you have still any doubt, guys, just you can simply drop your message into the chat box. I'm trying to read your all doubts, but I was not able to read all of them because there's a huge number of questions you have asked at the same time. Just I'm gonna use one of random mail as well. So the last I have used this one. Okay, and now just using this program I can